Love, when it first begins, is always filled with emotions and promises of beautiful things. However, over time, not every relationship can keep that flame burning. If you're feeling that your love has become boring, don't worry. This is the moment to apply the principles of Stoicism, to refresh the relationship and reignite that initial passion. Let's explore how to not only keep love alive but make it stronger, despite the challenges of time. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Love Wisdom channel, a space where classical Stoic philosophy illuminates our journey through love and personal development. If you're looking for ways to maintain emotional balance, overcome challenges in relationships, and find peace amidst the chaos of modern life, then this video is for you. In this video, we will explore the principle, what to do when love becomes boring. Let's discover the secrets and strategies from Stoic philosophy to build strong and lasting love, while gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on the latest insights. Now, let's begin. Love is one of the most profound and wonderful experiences in life, but it can also become complex, boring, and full of challenges. When love is no longer what it once was, when the sweetness fades and the passionate emotions no longer dominate, the big question many people ask themselves is, what to do when love becomes boring? To answer this question, we can find a different and deeper path through Stoic thinking. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that has helped many people overcome difficulties in life and love. It teaches us how to control our emotions, accept what cannot be changed, and seek happiness not based on external factors, but primarily from within ourselves. In love, Stoic thinking can be a useful tool to maintain stability and refresh a relationship when it shows signs of becoming boring. Understanding the nature of love first, we need to understand that love is a changing emotion, and like all emotions, it is not always stable. The stages of intense passion and boundless happiness will eventually give way to feelings of peace, and sometimes even boredom. Stoicism helps us accept that this is a part of nature. If we can recognize that love is not always fresh and full of excitement, we will be less pressured when it is not like it was in the beginning. The important thing is that we maintain patience and understanding within the relationship. Controlling emotions. One of the key principles of Stoicism is learning how to control our emotions and reactions. When love begins to feel boring, it is easy for us to fall into feelings of disappointment, anger, or frustration. However, Stoic thinking reminds us that emotions are not external factors that can affect us, but the result of how we perceive and react to situations. When love becomes boring, instead of letting negative emotions take over, ask yourself, what in this relationship can change and what cannot? Stoicism teaches that external things we cannot control, like our partner's behavior, are not the deciding factors of our emotions. Instead, we can only control how we respond to those changes. For example, if the boredom stems from a lack of understanding or communication in the relationship, instead of criticizing or giving up, we can actively open up to improve communication and rebuild the connection. Accepting change. An essential part of Stoicism is accepting change. Everything in life changes, and love is no exception. At the start of a relationship, passionate emotions and desires often dominate, but over time, they may diminish, giving way to attachment and a deeper understanding of one another. Once we are aware of this change, it becomes easier to face the phases of boredom. Stoic thinking encourages us to see love as a process of growth, not a final destination. We must accept that every relationship goes through different phases, and if love becomes boring, it is an opportunity to rebuild from the beginning, to find new and meaningful aspects of love. Finding the purpose of the relationship. Stoicism advises us to always seek a deeper purpose in every action and event in life. When love begins to feel boring, it might be because we have forgotten the original purpose of the relationship. Love is not just about passion or short-term joy, it is also about commitment, sharing, and supporting each other on the journey of life. Take time to reflect on why you fell in love with your partner and whether the purpose of the relationship still aligns with what you need in life. If the initial purpose of the relationship was only personal emotional satisfaction, the relationship may quickly become boring. However, if both partners share a larger goal, such as growing together, learning, and supporting one another, love can continue to be nurtured and develop. Stoicism helps us understand that lasting relationships are those that have a higher purpose, not just centered around transient emotions. Renewing a relationship. One of the powerful ways to refresh a relationship when love becomes mundane is to change our approach, and Stoicism encourages positive change. We can try doing new things together, not just to make the relationship more interesting, but to create new memories and experiences. New activities will help both of you reconnect and bond through different experiences. Stoicism teaches us not only patience but also encourages continuous growth. This can mean discovering shared interests, engaging in new activities, or even experimenting with different ways of communication to refresh the closeness and affection. Focus on yourself. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on personal development. While we spend much time on our relationships, we sometimes forget to care for ourselves. To maintain a healthy and lasting relationship, each person must grow and maintain their autonomy. When one partner is not comfortable or happy with themselves, the relationship may become strained and prone to boredom. Therefore, take time to care for yourself, learn, and grow as an individual. Harmony in a relationship can only be achieved when each person feels developed and happy in their own life. When you become the best version of yourself, the relationship will naturally become deeper and more enriching. Live with fresh love every day. Stoicism does not encourage us to merely endure boredom but to find ways to live fully in every circumstance. Love is a journey, not a destination. When love begins to feel boring, it does not mean it has ended. It may be a signal for change, renewal, or new growth in the relationship. Each day is an opportunity to refresh love. Instead of complaining about the monotony, take the initiative to change, seek new aspects, and enjoy the little things in life together. When you live each day with fresh love, your relationship will never lose its spark. Transform emotions into action. Stoicism not only teaches us how to control our emotions but also how to transform negative emotions into positive actions. When love becomes boring, many people may fall into a state of frustration and feel helpless. Instead of letting these feelings dominate, Stoic thinking helps us understand that emotions are a natural part of being human, but the important thing is how we transform them into actions that benefit ourselves and the relationship. One important principle in Stoicism is focusing on action, rather than simply reacting to circumstances. If you feel your love has become dull and lacking fire, instead of waiting for your partner to change, take the initiative to create change from within. This could be by trying new ways to express affection, planning trips, or having deeper conversations. Remember, you have the power to take the initiative and create change in your romantic life. Stoic thinking helps us realize that even when feeling bored or disappointed, the key is never to let emotions overpower reason and action. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to improve this situation, and then take concrete action to refresh and rekindle the flame in the relationship. Accept imperfection. One of Stoicism's most powerful principles is accepting the imperfection of everything, including love. When love starts to feel boring, we may begin to search for negative aspects in the relationship and focus only on the flaws. However, Stoicism teaches us that nothing is perfect, and expecting perfection will only increase dissatisfaction. Every relationship has both positive and negative aspects. Instead of focusing on what's not right, focus on the values you and your partner can share and build together. Stoic acceptance of imperfection does not mean ignoring problems in the relationship, but learning to live harmoniously with them and not letting them become major barriers. When you view your relationship with tolerance and an open heart, you will easily see opportunities to improve and refresh it. Accepting imperfection also helps us reduce unrealistic expectations that might lead to disappointment. This does not mean ignoring serious issues, but rather reducing the tendency to blame or criticize each other and instead finding ways to solve problems with patience and practicality. Learn to love freely and unconditionally. One of Stoicism's core values is inner freedom. This is especially important in romantic relationships. When love becomes boring, we might feel restricted or confined. Love in Stoicism is not about possession or dependence on the partner, but about a free connection and mutual respect. Stoicism teaches us that loving unconditionally, without control or demands, helps us avoid frustration and burnout in a relationship. This does not mean you don't need to put effort into maintaining the relationship, but it's about loving with peace, not dependent on the partner's response. When you love freely and unconditionally, you will feel more at ease and see love not just as personal satisfaction but as shared growth and maturity. The relationship will not become a burden or an unattainable expectation, but a journey where both can grow and learn together. Nurture the relationship with compassion and kindness. Stoicism encourages us to treat everyone with compassion and kindness. One of Stoicism's important principles is understanding and love, not only for ourselves but also for those around us. In love, when the relationship becomes mundane, one of the most effective ways to reignite the connection is to nurture the relationship with understanding, empathy, and kindness. When you take the time to truly understand your partner, to share feelings and thoughts, you create a deeper connection. Empathy is key to overcoming difficulties in the relationship and helps us get through tough times without losing respect and love. Kindness, in Stoicism, is not simply small acts of goodwill but an attitude of kindness toward yourself and others. A sustainable relationship needs kindness and deep care from both sides, and when both partners nurture this, love will not easily fade away. Bring love into every daily action. Stoic thinking in love emphasizes that love is not just about special moments, but a part of everyday life. Simple but meaningful actions, such as asking how your partner is, showing care, or offering a sincere smile, can help sustain love and make the relationship vibrant and meaningful. When love becomes mundane, we may forget the power of small but meaningful actions. Stoicism encourages us to live fully in each act so that love does not only exist in the best moments but in the simplest things, in every shared gesture and care for one another. Transforming challenges into opportunities in relationships. Challenges and difficulties can arise, causing love to become tense or lacking harmony. However, according to Stoic philosophy, these challenges are not negative but opportunities to refine ourselves and our relationships. Stoicism not only teaches us how to face hardships but also guides us on how to perceive them as valuable lessons. When love becomes monotonous, we may realize that the issues at hand are not merely external factors but opportunities to reflect on ourselves and the relationship. Challenges can stem from various directions: work, differences in viewpoints, or even changes in emotions from both parties. However, if we approach these problems with calmness and serenity, as Stoic philosophers did, we can resolve them more effectively. To do this, the first step is to change our perspective on the problem. Instead of viewing the difficulties in a relationship as a failure or something negative, we should see them as an integral part of growth and maturation. Every challenge in love is an opportunity for two people to understand each other more deeply, improve communication, and learn the necessary skills to maintain the relationship. Ask yourself how you can learn from these challenges rather than feeling disheartened or disappointed. This mindset will help you view love not as a temporary emotional state but as a continuous journey of development, where every challenge brings lessons and opportunities to grow. Maintaining emotional discipline. Discipline in Stoic philosophy is not only about physical self-control but also about managing emotions. When love begins to lose its freshness and becomes dull, feelings of disappointment or frustration can easily arise. However, Stoicism teaches us that emotions should not dictate our actions. Instead, it is our rational thinking and personal discipline that should guide us. One important Stoic principle is not allowing emotions to govern our actions. When you feel your relationship becoming monotonous, instead of letting negative emotions take over, use reason to view the situation objectively. Ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? Can I proactively create change? Emotional discipline in relationships does not mean denying our feelings but learning not to let them overpower and influence our decisions. For instance, instead of becoming angry or frustrated when facing boredom in a relationship, you can try changing your perspective, calmly discuss the situation with your partner, and collaboratively find solutions. Emotional discipline also means not blaming your partner when love feels monotonous. In Stoic thought, we understand that all emotions, whether positive or negative, are part of the human experience. Instead of looking for someone to blame, we should ask ourselves what we can improve in ourselves to make the relationship better. Creating space for personal growth. Stoicism is not only about renewing relationships but also encourages us to seek personal growth in our lives. When love becomes monotonous, one or both partners might feel forgotten in the relationship. This can cause love to lose its freshness and even the connection between them. However, in Stoicism, maintaining independence and personal development is essential. One way to rejuvenate love is to create space for oneself, dedicating time to pursue personal hobbies, learn new things, or follow individual passions. This not only helps regenerate personal energy but also enriches the relationship. When each person in a relationship has personal growth, they bring fresh experiences and perspectives into the relationship, making it more dynamic and interesting. Creating space for personal growth also helps maintain respect and trust in the relationship. When both people feel free to develop and appreciate their unique values, love is not constrained or overly dependent on one another but instead becomes a voluntary and meaningful union. Cherishing every moment together. Stoicism teaches us to live in the present and appreciate the moments right now. When love feels monotonous, many people get caught up in worries about the future or nostalgic memories of the past. However, Stoicism encourages us to focus on the present, fully experiencing what is happening in the moment. When you and your partner can enjoy simple moments together, from a quiet morning, a cozy evening, to interesting conversations, love becomes deeper and more enduring. We do not need to create grand events to rejuvenate love, we only need to know how to savor the small things, the simple moments that are full of meaning. Cherishing each moment together also helps us reassess the value of the relationship and feel gratitude for what we have. When love is nurtured with gratitude and appreciation, it will never become monotonous. Nurturing gratitude and mutual respect. One of the core principles in Stoic philosophy is gratitude and respect. When love begins to feel monotonous, it could be because both partners have gradually lost respect and gratitude for each other. Stoicism teaches that every relationship must be nurtured by gratitude, a sense of appreciation for the good things the other person brings, even the smallest actions. Gratitude and love is what creates lasting connection. When we appreciate the moments we've shared, the challenges we've overcome together, and the small acts our partner does for us, love remains fresh and meaningful. On the other hand, without gratitude, we may become absorbed in the negative aspects, focusing only on flaws or imperfections, causing love to fade. Similarly, respect in a relationship is also a vital factor. Respect is not just about treating each other well but also respecting each other's space, ideas, and independence. When love feels monotonous, ask yourself, have I respected my partner enough? Do I appreciate their strengths and even their flaws? Stoicism teaches us that respect in a relationship is not a condition but an ongoing commitment. When both partners view each other with respect and gratitude, the relationship naturally avoids monotony and always finds renewal, even in the simplest situations. Embracing change and flexibility. Every relationship goes through phases of change. This could be a change in emotions, needs, or even changes in lifestyle and habits. When love becomes monotonous, it is essential to accept and adapt to these changes. Stoic philosophy teaches that change is inevitable and part of life. When we view change as a natural part of life and do not resist it, we can easily accept the different stages of a relationship without feeling overwhelmed. When love becomes monotonous, instead of clinging to what is old, we must accept that both partners may change and evolve in different ways, and this change can bring new opportunities for love. Accepting change does not mean giving up or losing the essence of the relationship, it means learning to harmonize with these changes to create a flexible and adaptive relationship. Let love evolve through each stage, and in each stage, we can learn and improve ourselves to build a stronger and longer-lasting love. Practicing patient stoicism not only teaches us to live in the present but also emphasizes patience in actions and thoughts. When love becomes monotonous, many people may feel dissatisfied or want to seek something new, overlooking the core values that the relationship provides. However, patience is a crucial element in helping us overcome difficult periods and rejuvenate love. In Stoic thought, patience is not waiting passively but being persistent in continuing to make efforts even when results do not appear immediately. When love becomes monotonous, instead of seeking immediate change, we need to practice patience and trust in the process of the relationship's growth. Patience means accepting that good things do not always come instantly, but when both partners are willing to invest time and effort, the relationship will gradually improve. Patience in love also means waiting for changes in your partner without judging too quickly. Sometimes, we may feel weary of the challenges in love, but maintaining faith and patience will help love develop in a sustainable way. Creating new memories and shared experiences. When love becomes dull, a simple yet effective way to refresh it is by creating new memories together. Stoic philosophy not only focuses on facing difficulties but also encourages us to take advantage of opportunities to improve our lives. Creating new memories doesn't necessarily have to involve grand experiences. Sometimes, it's just about sharing simple moments that are full of meaning. The key is for both partners to engage in new activities, explore new places, or try new hobbies. This not only helps eliminate boredom but also strengthens the emotional connection between the two. Shared memories not only enrich the relationship but also serve as inspiration for both to overcome future challenges. In fact, shared memories will become the solid foundation for love. When both partners share new experiences, it provides the material that keeps the love vibrant and passionate, ensuring it never fades into boredom. Learning to forgive and let go. Stoicism teaches not only personal development but also how to let go of burdens, including past wounds. When love becomes dull, one of the main reasons may be unresolved conflicts or misunderstandings that have not been forgiven. Stoic philosophy advises us not to let anger and hurt linger, affecting the growth of the relationship. Forgiveness is not about forgetting the mistakes of the other person, but rather an act of freeing oneself from negative emotions. When we hold on to anger, hurt, or disappointment, we cannot live peacefully, and love will gradually become tainted. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is an essential part of maintaining inner calm and the sustainable development of a relationship. In addition to forgiving your partner, forgiving yourself is equally important. When love becomes dull, you may feel like a failure, anxious, or have negative thoughts about yourself. However, self-forgiveness helps you realize that love is not always perfect, and no one is flawless. Learn to let go of feelings of guilt and self-blame. When you do this, the relationship becomes lighter and freer. Focusing on practical action. Stoicism teaches us that action is the only thing we can control in life. When love becomes dull, instead of waiting for something to change, take action to refresh the relationship. Small changes in daily actions can make a significant difference. Stoicism encourages us to not only think about good things but also to implement them decisively. First, identify what is lacking in your relationship. It may be emotional connection, listening, or attention. Once you pinpoint the issue, take action. Spend more quality time together, actively express affection and care, or try to renew activities that you both once enjoyed. A small but meaningful action could be sending a loving message, cooking a meal for your partner, or planning a short trip just for the two of you. These simple actions can create a new space, helping love return with fresh emotions. Stoicism asserts that proactive action is the only way to change the situation. Instead of waiting for something to happen, you need to create the difference in the relationship yourself. This not only shows initiative but also demonstrates care and respect for your partner. Self-control and personal development. An important factor in maintaining a long-lasting and strong relationship is the continuous development of each individual. Stoicism emphasizes that each person needs to be a complete, independent individual and develop themselves before they can contribute to the growth of the relationship. When love becomes dull, part of the reason may be personal stagnation. Take time to refresh yourself, learn new skills, or engage in activities that help you improve every day. As you develop personally, you will become more interesting and attractive in your partner's eyes, and you will also feel more confident in the relationship. A healthy relationship is not just a partnership between two people, it's the development of each individual within it. Stoicism also teaches that self-control is crucial in love. Sometimes, the boredom in love comes from not being able to control one's emotions and actions. Practicing self-control helps you remain calm, respect your partner, and maintain harmony in the relationship. Sometimes, you need to learn how to restrain negative emotions or hasty reactions in difficult situations, opting instead for thoughtful reflection and wise action. Exploring and expressing affection creatively. Love is not always just about traditional romantic moments, and sometimes love becomes dull because both partners fall into a routine. One effective way to refresh love is by exploring and expressing affection creatively. Sometimes, new and unexpected ways of showing love can reignite fresh emotions. Try things you've never done before. For example, instead of just saying, "I love you," you could write a handwritten letter, send a surprise gift, or participate in a new activity together. Creativity and expressing affection will help prevent the relationship from becoming dull and create unforgettable memories. Stoicism advises that creative love expressions do not have to be grand gestures, but rather small, meaningful surprises. It's these small but profound moments that help keep your love fresh and never monotonous. Accepting that relationships are not always perfect. Finally, one important lesson from Stoicism is that relationships are never perfect. When love becomes dull, sometimes we may expect too much from our partner and the relationship. Stoicism emphasizes that life is full of imperfection, and so are relationships. What matters is how we continue to love and respect each other, even when the relationship is not perfect. Accepting imperfection allows us to have a more realistic view and face the challenges love brings. This does not mean abandoning the relationship but understanding that everything can change, and love is no exception. Only by accepting this can we continue to build and develop our relationship in a healthy and sustainable way. Conclusion: love is not always a sweet and romantic state, and it's inevitable for a relationship to become dull at times. However, Stoic philosophy provides a path for us to face those feelings calmly and wisely. By applying Stoic principles, from accepting and respecting our partner, nurturing gratitude, to embracing change and patience, we can create a strong, meaningful love that is always renewing. When love becomes dull, instead of trying to escape or letting emotions take control, apply calmness, self-control, and determination to rebuild the relationship. We cannot control what happens, but we can control how we react to changes and challenges. Relationships will always require care, commitment, and sometimes adjustment. With Stoic philosophy, love is not just an emotion but a journey of continuous growth, and every challenge is an opportunity for us to learn and mature. If you find this video interesting and helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it to help everyone grow together. Also, feel free to leave your comment below so we can have more discussions. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.